Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Movie Watch Live. And tonight we'll be watching Enter the Dragon from 1973, starring Bruce Lee, John Saxon, and Jim Kelly. And tonight we're honoring the memory of John Saxon, who plays Roper, who died just last week. And that marks the last of the three heroes or champions from this movie, with Jim Kelly and Bruce Lee already passed away. So a sad moment, but a moment to remember. A wonderful movie, a fantastic part of cinema, probably the best kung fu movie ever made. A lot of people would argue. Joining me tonight are Ralph, they call me Ralph, and also Hong Kong Flash. Good evening, gentlemen. First of all, good evening, Ralph. How are you, and have you seen this movie before? What does it mean to you?
Ooh, I'm doing well. I'm about half hammered on some kind of terrible beer that Mrs. Ralph brought. I have seen the movie. It has been a long time. So I think the only thing I can actually recall from it is the fight in the Maze of Mirrors. So it's going to be kind of a surprise for me. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. And Flash, Hong Kong Flash, quicker than the human eye. How are you tonight?
Very good.
Yeah. And how long is it since you've seen this movie?
No, not very long. I've seen it.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites, definitely. I mean, the special moment for this holds a special part of place in my heart, because this is the first movie me and Mrs. Mack saw together.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Not at the cinema. We saw, obviously on TV, but the first movie we sat down to watch together. So there you go. Now, obviously, we're honoring the memory of John Saxon tonight, who appeared in over 200 different projects in his life, TV and cinema. And, I remember him from this principally, but also a failed but really good pilot by Gene Roddenberry called Planet Earth.
Oh,
Has anybody else seen that?
They made that pilot. It was so good they made it twice.
Yeah. And of course, he appears in loads of other stuff. I mean, one of the things he's really most proud of is Appaloosa, where he starred opposite Marlon Brando. So he was quite a serious actor. It was all about, for him, it was all about, give me as many roles as possible, and I'll run with it. But he's one of those actors who's in so many different things you wouldn't even realize. I mean, he's in From Dusk to Dawn as well, isn't he?
Yeah, his IMDb is humongous. Tons and tons of roles.
Yeah, I mean it's varied, isn't it? I mean, it's
Nancy's father is what I always remember him from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That and The Bionic Man, where he played Maskatron.
Yes, and his likeness was used for the toy, Maskatron toy.
I don't. Oh my gosh, I was a huge Bionic Man fan, and I do not remember that. Oh, I've got to get back into some good old fashioned Lee Majors.
Yeah, he was the android that could disguise as anyone. He'd switch out his head.
Oh, I remember that. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So he was the first sort of the first sort of Terminator who was able to disguise. So that's where they got the idea from them. Join us in the chat is we've already got Sadie Bella in the chat there, who says, I will enjoy this movie. I love Bruce Lee. I love his life story the best, though. Yeah, fantastic life story for Bruce Lee. Amazing story. Mac Lee. Yes, indeed. There we go. We're always with the names.
That's right.
Part of the show.
My fist, oh fury, cleaning up the trailer park.
I just remembered as well, he was in Battle Beyond the Stars as well.
He's the villain. That's right.
Sado, yeah, he's the villain.
The big
Goodness
bag
me.
with the
Yeah.
scar/birthmark, whatever that was.
I didn't realize.
Roger Corman and his cranking out 3,000 B movies a year.
Yeah.
All with the same stock
Unbelievable.
footage
Yes.
in the same music.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well-
we just had Miss K jump
Oh,
in.
yes.
How you
Good
doing?
evening, Cosmetti. Yes, so apologies for being late, ladies and gentlemen. Technical issues again.
Okay,
So
if you hear about a worldwide internet outage that started in the UK, we're blaming
Yeah.
Pete. It's his fault.
My blue
I just-
check.
I just need a better internet. That's all I need. You
Why
know,
we gotta get
You
you
need
in
to live in
America,
America.
but
it's such a
America.
bad internet.
America.
Merca.
Land of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi,
Land of the free.
bacon, and 45 ACP and trailer parks.
Do you know what? Ever since we did the spaghetti westerns, I've really, really wanted, a Navy pistol, a Colt 18. Was it in 1861 or was it 1867? What was it?
I think it was 61.
61, yeah. And I've learned all about the history of gunpowder weapons as well since then.
You guys can have black powder, can't you?
We can have black powder and shot.
Okay.
There you go.
Then you're set.
But yeah.
I still think we can just send you a pistol in parts.
Possibly.
One of us can send a handle. One of us can send the other side of the handle. One can send a barrel.
Yeah.
One can send a firing pin.
Because when he says, not sure, I'll stay awake, no sleep last night. Well,
We'll just
we
put the
don't
gun
mind.
parts inside its teddy bears or something, so they'll never
Yes.
suspect.
I am in on that.
Well, just hide them inside a variety of different American food
Boxes of tea. They'll never guess.
Ooh.
Put them into boxes of 90s comics. The
No one has ever
Customs
touched
Extra.
them. That's right.
Her Majesty's Customs Extras would be far too bored to go through the box.
Another Rob Liefeld? Oh, God.
Oh,
Throw it away.
Better yet, we'll
90s comics.
just ship
That's
them in a
probably-
box of Captain Marvel reboot comics. No one will ever look at them then.
Indeed, it'll be like opening a box with a skunk.
Yes. Bloody. Oi.
Oh, get rid of that as quick as you possibly can. Right. So, Time Tunnel. He was in an episode of Time Tunnel. He was in Bonanza, Ironside, The Virginian.
He had a huge television list.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
massive.
Wasn't he in Cinderfella?
Might have been.
I think he's one of the evil stepbrothers. It's like him and
Yeah.
the guy with the creepy eyes. That looks
I
like
won't doubt
Skeletor.
your knowledge. You played the vampire in Starsky and Hutch. I'll have to go back and watch that again. Some guy who called himself the vampire in an episode of Starsky and Hutch.
Sweet.
That is the best pimp name ever.
Yeah, if we go into
Starsky and
that, I got dibs on Huggy Bear.
Since it was Starsky and Hutch, he's a vampire. I'm going to guess it has to do with white slavery.
Possibly. Starsky and Hutch, which is made famous in Britain by a comedy duo who did a spoof version called Starkers and Crutch. Starkers in Britain means stark naked. And you know what crutch means? Crutch is crotch. Anyway, so it was even in Quincy. Goodness me, the man was everywhere. Right, basically any and every single TV show, the A-Team, Magnum PI, everything. Name it, he was in it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. So we're going to watch this movie now. So we've got a copy of the movie, and it would be bad form of me not to say that this movie is actually available to watch online in a variety of sources. For instance, it is also available on something called Daily Motion, apparently. So if you have a copy at home, you can watch it that way. Indeed, you can rent it as well if you wish. But we're going to get ready to watch the movie now. It's not a very long movie, so hopefully people won't fall asleep through the middle of this.
And not to throw you off, I would like to point out, because we did kind of discuss this in the background, we have chosen to go with the theatrical version. So if you have the extended cut, It may not quite sync up right. There are a couple of extra minutes. I think this one is 138 minutes. The extended is 142, something like that.
Yeah.
So if you go with the theatrical version, it will match up with what we're watching.
Good point. This is why you're on the show, Ralph, because I don't bother to mention this important information.
Yeah, that's the last sober thought I'll have for the rest of the video.
I'm not quite at the I hope he's not listening. I'm not quite at the Mike Miller level of unpreparedness at this stage, but I'm pretty close. So
there's lots of Mike Millers in this world.
Well, I
appreciate any help.
I have at least 3.
Well, you may be unprepared.
I don't think you're talking about a short one with ponytail, but you might be.
Well, you may be unprepared, but I'm at the point where pickle beer is starting to sound good to cleanse my palate. So,
let's move on quick then. Also, on that point as well, on the Miller point, don't forget that there is a scene in this movie which, to me, really is a perfect representation of Friday night auctions. I'll indicate that when it arrives, just to point it out. But yeah, there is a point at that point. So for everybody who's watching live, thank you for joining us, Sadie and Cosmetic, and also welcome to everybody who's watching this recorded. So quick recap on what we do. This is commentary. So this movie is available everywhere. The point of this show is really you can watch the show along with us and listen to our commentary, listen to the observations, comments, jokes, trivia, and cult knowledge and fan knowledge, pop knowledge we've got. And we'll give you regular timestamps. We'll tell you where we are in the movie. And obviously, if you join us live, you can join in with the chat. We give a countdown at the start. Before we start the movie, so we can all synchronize, and like I say, timestamps throughout. So if you're ready with your copy of the film, then we'll get ready in just a second. So I'll count down 3, 2, 1, and I'll say go or start, whichever I feel like.
Oh,
I just
you
don't
wild
know.
man!
I'm just going to be unpredictable tonight. I just feel that way. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you.
I've got to have strict direction.
No,
remember Caddyshack last week? Action wasn't good. Maybe you could say, Ralph, do your bit.
Do your stuff now.
Yeah.
Start talking.
I'm actually not going to say start or go or anything. I'm just going to do like a Bruce Lee noise.
Oh, very, very topical.
And on that point, that's when you press the play.
Okay.
Right. So if everybody's ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the show to start, we'll get ready. So here's your countdown: 3, 2, 1.
All right, and we are off.
Got the Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah. Warner Communications Company. Hey, and by the way, I have thrown it out into the chat. If anybody is watching along and they spot Jackie Chan getting the crap kicked out of him by Bruce Lee, shout it out, and I'll do a shot of Fireball.
There we go.
Oh, and in this opening scene, you have Sammo Hung.
This the guy he's fighting has the same hairdo I used to have when I was younger.
I thought you were going to say the old guy.
No,
I was hoping there was an old guy with a little rat tail.
Yeah, the one he's fighting is Sammo Hung, another famous Hong Kong action star.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that was in Bloodsport?
No.
So what?
He'll come later.
Okay, yeah, I thought he was in there somewhere.
Cool. But that was the standard haircut for the 70s, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. The Kylo Ren.
Anything bad.
And he's got his COVID body going on, too.
Mm-hmm. So watching in the background is, I believe, is it a relative of Bruce Lee's character? And I love that little jiggle there of the head
Oh yeah.
He's like a cobra. And obviously the head of the Shaolin Temple. But the other guy there is the British intelligence there, who's going to ask him to go on a secret mission.
Enter the trailer park.
So am I the only one besides Bruce Lee and his friends that spars in Speedos?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
We've got Fallen Destiny in the chat. Yo, Fallen Destiny.
Hello, Falling into Destiny. Miss J has joined us.
This bit here is incredible. Jumps over.
Lady J, we are at 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
Yep.
So it won't be hard for you to catch up. We just got started.
The guy who plays the head of the Shaolin Temple has a striking resemblance to Count Dankula. I don't know whether you know.
Does he have the tats and the pug? That's the important thing.
He's a proper mad lad.
Oh, it's got to get the wee Scottish accent rolling here.
At your last.
Yes, we
your
do,
last
gentlemen.
Bit of training. You've got to do a headlock salute. Don't
teach your pug to salute in a certain way, else you'll end up in prison.
He's just a wee doggy.
Salute like a dog.
Cosmetti says, these guys have an all-girl fan club. We do.
Wouldn't have it any other way. You're three of the best ladies on the internet.
We must be doing something right.
We're like the broke Tom Jones of the internet.
I cannot ask for better fans.
Indeed. So this is the sort of preamble to the ending of the story. He's talking about destroy the image and he will destroy the enemy, that's a Chekhov's gun moment there, because that comes back right at the end of the movie.
Nice. Good.
So, and you find out obviously later that the Shaolin Temple and the story is actually connected to the Shaolin Temple and people who have misused the knowledge.
That's the extended thing, is just the priest is Mr. Exposition, who gives you the entire plot.
Yeah.
And he goes into the room and gets the entire plot again from British Exposition.
Yeah, the slightly, what is it? Well, there's a very famous urban myth about the guys on set on this movie, because a lot of them were like, most of them were kung fu guys, and a lot of them were minor gangsters, petty criminals. But the story of a guy who challenged Bruce Lee to a fight because he didn't believe how fast he was. There is that story. I'll try and find the details of it. But there's another bit of trivia here where he actually hit Jackie Chan. And I think Ralph was saying that before the show, that Jackie Chan's in the movie. But he hit him in the face with one of his fighting sticks. So if you watch that sequence with the fighting sticks, you'll see Jackie Chan. He apologized immediately and to Chan and said, look, you can work on all of my movies after that. But it wasn't long after that obviously Lee passed away. So,
yeah.
But then obviously Chan became famous in his own right.
Well, and that's the thing, is Jackie Chan he has skill and drive, and I'm sure, I'm projecting, but I'm sure that Bruce Lee recognized that as well, beyond this kicking his teeth out slightly.
Yeah. I'll try and find that story, but this is Braithwaite, played by Jeffrey Weeks.
Mr.
Braithwaite. Don't do that. You don't want to get the stream zapped.
No, sir. We at YouTube do not have any sense of humor that we are aware of.
You must be like water.
Kick me. It will become obvious that Elrod watches this movie at least once every 2 days.
Yes.
Before I get on my skills, man. Light tough out there on the street.
Well, of course, you are the Hong Kong Fooey, and Pete blew your cover earlier. I'm not going to tell anybody that you're secretly the janitor.
Yeah, well, don't.
Carl.
So the cast in this movie, you've got Anna Capri as well, who plays the blonde femme fatale. But we've also got a whole load of other ladies in the story as well. And you get to find out about Bruce Lee's character's sister later on in the story. And, of course, the elite guard who protect Han are all female. So he has an elite guard, and they're all female.
That do nothing in the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
They have a big setup, and then they don't even go back to it.
Oh! I just caught a Karate Kid reference. Never take your eye off the opponent.
Definitely.
Yep. Nice. Mr. Miyagi. Yeah. Mr. Miyagi got that. Thank you.
And by the way, the man who choreographed and did all the stunt stuff for Karate Kid is in this movie.
Yeah. So this is Hong Kong 1973. Of course, it's changed a lot since then. It was already starting to get built up.
Does it make you long for the days of the Empire?
I'll tell you this much without getting political. I wish we'd never given it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hong Kong does too.
I think the Hong Kong Chinese would agree with that. So we'll leave it there. We'll just leave it there. It's an amazing, amazing scenes though, because you can see the remnants of the colonial buildings.
Yeah.
Which are ruined because of earthquakes and things like that. So, but yeah, I mean, this was an unimportant stretch of land the Chinese allowed the British to keep as part of the treaty, and then suddenly, when it got really successful, as things do under capitalism, they wanted it back. Well, less said about that, the better. So here's Jim Kelly. There's a London bus.
Oh, it's not Jim Carrey. Oh man!
No, sorry.
Now.
But this is a great movie to see what 1973 Hong Kong looked like. It's a piece of history as well as anything else. It's an incredible movie. So yeah, Jim Kelly was actually a real bona fide martial artist, wasn't he?
And mainly he was a tennis player. He was a professional tennis player.
But he was also could.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing as well, and here's John Saxon.
He was a karate guy.
There's our man.
There's a guy. Well, he's like.
I so want rickshaws in Texas.
He has a suitcase for like every pair of socks.
Yeah. But
how long are you staying?
I thought you were going to say I want a rickshaw.
A convoy of rickshaws? What's up with that?
Well, rickshaws are...
Avert your eyes, Kay.
Yeah.
Got some chickens on a pole.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think, is there any anti-chicken bits in this movie? Oh, I should say there is a bit of brewage about halfway through. There is some brewage.
Oh.
Is it brewage or is it side brewage?
Side brewage. I think this is more of a 70-degree brewage as well.
All righty.
So this is Robert Wall. Yeah, Bob Wall plays O'Hara,
who was a real life karate champ.
Yeah, and do you know John Saxon was actually skilled in martial arts as well? I mean,
because he's able to hold his own in the movie. You can tell when they're faking it.
Yeah, and he actually got trained by Bruce Lee. He already knew some judo, but Bruce Lee took it upon himself to train them all for the movie, which really shows, you know.
Well, Bruce Lee did all the fight choreography, right?
He did, yeah, which is why I think it works. So if the ladies are still watching, I just want to, it's not from the same movie, but I just felt, we should.
Sets the tone nicely.
Yeah. It's all about maintaining the
shoulders
day,
of
you
Chuck
see.
Norris.
Yeah. Who will win in a world of kung fu cats?
Chuck doesn't stand a chance. Sorry, Chuck.
No. So
You're
we're finding out about the island, the mysterious Han who owns. It's not Han Solo. So it's Han who owns this island, and they know that there's something going on with drugs. So the British intelligence want to send in Bruce Lee, whose character is actually called Lee. Now, this kind of stuff happened all the time in Hong Kong cinema. You had because Britain owned Hong Kong at the time. The stories generally were British official or secret agent enlists the help of a kung fu specialist. So what Warner Brothers was really doing was just doing what was already a tried and tested formula, but with just a much bigger budget. By the way, you're not allowed a weapon in Hong Kong either.
Yeah, not
anywhere owned by the British. I'm sorry.
By the way, that's my favorite scene in the movie is his reaction to no gun. He's like, oh,
yeah.
Why?
Now, by counterpoint, in Texas, not possessing a weapon is a serious offense.
Any bloody fool can pull a trigger.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea.
So the plan is you've got to go there, investigate, and find out what's happening, and let us know. Report back.
I'm trying to think of the 80s movie where the kid had the ghost of Bruce Lee train him.
No Retreat, No Surrender.
Yes. That guy that played Bruce Lee looked nothing like him, but he got the action down. Or the action.
Okay, you know what that guy was? He actually played Bruce Lee in Game of Death.
Oh, okay.
Game of Death, his last movie, right? The one that has all the stunt doubles still in the parts he didn't film.
Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, he was one of the main. Yeah, he was one of the main guys that doubled him in that movie.
Okay.
I love the music in this film as well. It's really classy, perfect retro 70s music, and the
very
scenery.
Bond.
You'll see the floating slums in a minute as well, the rickshaw slums. But I think what he's just said there is that he's talking about mailing on the island, but this is where you start getting the flashbacks. So you do get some background. Everybody gets a flashback, but I like the fact that the pacing is the events have already started to unfold, and we're not gonna start back in the past. Let's start now, and if we need to explain, we'll do a bit of a flashback, which is corny these days, but back then it wasn't that corny.
It's working. It's effective.
It's economic.
This is a perfect example of a no-fat movie.
Mm-hmm.
And this very, very good kung fu actress here. Her fight sequence is brilliant.
You brought up a no-fat movie. I'll have to bring up a completely fat movie from the family and I just saw earlier today.
Disorderlies?
No, that would be one though. I don't want to sidetrack because I want to stay focused on this one, but yeah, I saw what a good editor can actually do.
Yeah. Well, this is Angela Mao, I believe, we're watching. But of course, we've also got, as Flash pointed out earlier, we've got Ben Wall. And this is where he gets the scar on his face. Because I think it's the dad or the uncle cuts him.
Yeah, probably an uncle. You always have an uncle in a kung fu movie. Uncle.
Yeah.
And it's always, and this is like the kung fu trope of like,
exactly,
it's always a sister or brother that's been slain in the big city.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to point out
what drives the hero to do things.
But again, I'm going to point out this whole bullshit of like, oh, first female action hero. No, the Chinese were doing this in the 1950s and 60s.
Yeah, exactly.
They had female kung fu actresses who were in the thick of it just as much. And
they did it in a believable way.
Yeah.
And you may remember this scene from the video game Shenmue. That has the same like cinematography.
Mm-hmm. Well, this whole movie could be made into a video game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it has many times.
And then she tries to get into the house, but the old lady won't let her in.
Typical.
I don't want your COVID. Go away. Sorry, social distance.
You're not wearing a mask.
Off she goes into, I don't know, it looks like a tile factory, and she's grabbed by the waist. And she does the reverse face palm on the face thing.
Yeah, I thought she was going to go for the ear slap myself, but
the Commander Riker.
Yeah. So let's bar the door, but there's a huge window just to the left.
Slight oversight.
So she's cornered now. And things aren't going well for Su Lin.
I mean, it makes you wonder why villains never make it anywhere in life because they're so determined. Like at this point, I'd be like, you know what? This is way too much trouble.
Yeah.
We can find a village girl who's not going to fight like this and kill people.
Yeah.
Like three other guys have broken necks. Let's just go find someone else to.
Yeah, let's move on.
That's why I'll never be a supervillain.
Yeah.
By the way, I'll save that fact for later. Actually, it'll be more important later. Here we go. An extra. This is the urban myth, gentlemen. Oh, so Su Lin's going to kill herself rather than face the nightmare of you know what.
Touched by a white person.
Being looked at by a white person.
I mean, can you blame her? White privilege is evil.
Yeah.
Get your white privilege away from me.
Of course, to be fair, we don't know what he smelled like.
So here we go. An extra challenged Bruce Lee to a fight to see if he really was that good. Lee won the fight and sent the extra back to work. Okay, well, I heard a little bit more than that he sort of was so fast that the guy says, "Hi, you're not that fast." And as he was saying it, his teeth fell out. As he was... That's what I heard anyway.
To be fair, that happens in the trailer park all the time. It's usually due to meth.
Man, look at those collars.
I know. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yes.
I used to mock 70s fashion, you know, but some...
Like, if he unbuttoned his shirt, he would fly away.
He could literally glide to another island.
Sally Field's nun habit in
That's the famous Icarus neckline from 1973.
Yeah. The Flying Nun, starring Bruce.
And this cemetery is built on one of the slopes of Hong Kong. I mean, now all of Hong Kong's built on. There's just nothing left. There's no land available. So it's a major problem. If you want to bury somebody, there's nowhere to bury them. It's all used. All the land is used. Everybody's crammed into that small space.
Paris has that same problem too.
Yeah.
Where they you have to rent out the graves.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, they were getting ready to exhume what's his name, Jim Morrison. They were about to throw his body out because you know he'd been there too long, and I guess people had to raise money to pay the rent so he could stay there.
So he could break on through.
Yeah, we just get shot out of a cannon in Texas. It's all fair.
Here's Roper, John Saxon, with about 20 suitcases, looking stylish. Here he is at the golf course.
Into the Dragon, sponsored by Samsung.
Stylish girlfriend.
Oh, man.
And, polar neck jumper.
Hopefully, we won't have an O.J. Simpson commercial breakout.
Yeah. And
Caddyshack.
I love the trailer for the movie, because on the trailer
and John
it's
Saxon.
something like he beat the guns on the street. Something like that. It's like and this is where the heavies come to have a word with him about his gambling debts.
Mhm.
That's why you shouldn't ever play in the rough.
That's what she said.
And it's the middle heavy is the referee from the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Yes, I recognize him. Good.
Gonna change the background, gentlemen.
Let's have a good, clean fight here, boys.
Oh.
Yeah. How big does it? How big do they want these notes? Like a quarter inch too big? I don't know. Like that.
So if you want to know, you got it. So this is when I give him a beating.
Man, Fred each said this. The Scooby-Doo gang has gotten rough.
I love the sound effects, though. Every single movie and TV show had the same crunch sound when somebody hit the ground.
Yeah, when they hit the ground.
Crunch.
Golf is a tougher sport than I thought.
Yeah. Oh, Sadie's commenting on what you said there, gentlemen. Yes, I heard about that. Morrison Flash, crazy. Yes, she's not saying you're crazy, she's saying Morrison was crazy. But
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think that comment's open to interpretation.
Yes.
Who is the secretary? I know I've seen her in other things.
Yeah. Now, this is so you can see all of the junks, the Chinese junks here. And this kid on the left here is staring right at the camera.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of that in this game.
This is reality, and these are not.
Yeah, they just went out and shot it.
Real
I'm sure.
people. Yeah. There's a doggy. That's a Shiatsu or something, isn't it? I love those.
Shiba Inu.
Yeah, I love those dogs.
They're horrible.
Are they horrible? Oh, well, never mind.
I mean, they're really neat, but they're too smart for their own good.
And here, for the first time, we see, not for the first time, sorry, we saw them at the beginning, but we're going to see the backstory of Jim Kelly, who plays Williams, with one of the most
Jim Kelly, you're so mean.
With a historically accurate afro.
Oh yeah, that afro is amazing.
That is a perfect afro.
Like a perfect circle.
100% for the afro.
I have got to hand it to him.
Now, Williams doesn't just do kung fu; he does ghetto kung fu. This isn't just your ordinary comedy garden kung fu. This is street kung fu.
Kung fu with attitude.
Yeah. Now, there's various Black Power
and
symbols
that's
all
my
over
favorite
the place.
haircut in the movie would be his teacher.
Mm-hmm.
The receding afro.
So these are the what were they in the 1970s? Were they called the Rast? Well, it's not the Rastas. They're like, oh, this is the because he's got a bit of Yaz flute going on, gentlemen. Yaz flute, gentlemen. Yaz flute. Here's the local racist cops.
Well,
hey, what you got there? Hey, going on a holiday?
It's America. All cops are racist.
Hello. Exactly.
What you got
Especially
there?
In the 70s.
Hey, look, he's got a passport. What's he doing with a passport?
It 5 minutes to stop after
Did
they
you
stop him.
Steal it? Hey,
what's this?
He's not going to Hong Kong, Hawaii. Well, looky what we got
here anymore.
So there you go. This is like all of these characters are having like a power fantasy, aren't they? It's like,
oh yeah.
At the time, it's like, yeah. And he's stolen the cop car.
Stole the cop car. Yes. Double points.
Kyle Reese Kung Fu.
Ghetto karate.
He's got to be careful not to drive onto the Starsky and Hutch set next door.
Did you notice most of the people powering these little boats are women?
Yeah. Kelly's got the woman with the baby battery pack, too, so he's got extra power.
Yeah, and so, yay! Jive turkey. I always wanted to say that.
Excuse me, stewardess. I speak jive.
Yeah, fluent jive.
Yes.
So they knew each other.
And the nom.
So it's a sad fact that John Saxon was the last surviving member of the main cast of the three champions. So now that he's passed, this has really gone into history. This movie now, it's now part of cinema history rather than being something that is still living because the actors have all passed on.
Now everything falls on the shoulders of Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Guy that got his butt kicked several times.
And he points over to the ghettos. They don't change. Wherever you are in the world, they stink. There you go. He wants to get out of the ghettos. And you would want to get out. Everybody would want to. Unless you're guaranteed a Democrat Social Security, of course. But then I wouldn't know about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
So here we see the boat depart for the island.
You know what? I'm going to take one of those out on a Texas lake, but I want pirate cannons on it.
Yeah.
Could be a conversation piece.
Well, yeah, but don't try to do that in Hong Kong Harbor. It's not going to end well.
No.
See that's a fantastic shot of the coastline and the skyline for Hong Kong. That's all completely built on now.
Yeah, it's a tiny little place.
Yeah, you can actually see trees and
Yeah. For our folks watching along, we are now just past the 29-minute mark. 29 minutes and 10 seconds. And we're watching some folks gamble on praying mantises.
$50. Another thing that indicates how successful this movie was. It cost $850,000 to make, but it's so less than $1 million to make this movie, and it made over $90 million worldwide at the box office when it came out.
I would consider that a success.
Yeah.
So, like 110 times your money. Put $1,000 down, you get $110,000 back.
I'd be okay with that. So for my $5 investment, I'd get $50.
Thereabouts. Can't grumble at that.
Nope.
So the extras
with that.
As I said earlier, the extras play on the street. Oh, see that most white supremacy.
Yeah, starting trouble.
Well, he's just a jerk, really, isn't he? But yeah.
I got a premonition. I bet Bruce is gonna kick him.
Well, somebody's gonna get him.
The Australian Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah. Somebody will get him.
Mate.
Yeah, mate. There you go.
Time for another GIF. Let's have a look. Okay, let's go for.
Wow.
Cobra move.
You know, I wish he wouldn't steal my hairstyle.
Yeah. Have you got Afro envy?
I do. Serious Afro envy.
I knew
it looks perfect on the sides and back. Just the top is missing.
Yeah. This is supposed to be an Australian accent, is it? That is terrible.
I think so.
I'm trying to find out who the actor is.
You should try.
What's the character's name? Is it Parsons?
I don't know. I haven't caught that far yet. You should try throwing in some Good Days and Shrimp on the Bobby. Aussies love that.
Yeah, that's the one phrase everybody uses, shrimps on the Barbie. It's like people say about Foster's as well. Nobody drinks Foster's in Australia. It's horrible.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, they hate that.
Yeah, they drink Castlemaine and stuff like that. Cosmetti says, the heck? What are you hecking about?
I'm not
Sadie
sure.
Bell said puppy. Yes, that was a gorgeous dog.
Yeah.
The heck? This boat's just about to sink, by the way, this little boat.
Well, it's junk. Mini junk.
You got his just rewards. Throw him in the water. Yes, well, they have sort of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's just a jerk, isn't he? He'll get his just desserts.
And Jay has figured it out. My hair is doxed.
Yeah. So you hear the music. You hear that? Well, we're gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do that now. A meme of you with like an afro.
A big fro. There he is.
There we are. So, and here is a wonderful. Would you look at that's male gaze.
Male gaze.
That's misogyny warning.
I bet they're man-spreading too.
Misogyny warning. Yeah, so that's Anna Capri, who plays Tanya. So we've arrived at the island. The music's great. I mean, the soundtrack just directs you all the time to what's going on. Another sign of a good movie is the efficient use of a soundtrack. Welcome. And she's got the maxi dress, the original maxi dress from the 70s. See, before the maxi dress was revisited.
Oh no.
Sadie Bella, my hair is doxed. If you're ever in a trailer park in Bedford, Texas, you'll be able to spot me now.
And yes, and here fantastic transition here from the entrance to the island to this huge open area on 3 different levels, where you have a huge army in training. I mean, why does he need this army? Why has he got all these men?
Well,
to defend the island?
He bought a lot of failed karate franchises in the early 70s. So he consolidated.
Okay, well, I'm gonna blow your minds now, gentlemen.
Okay.
This movie was filmed completely without sound. All of the dialogue, all of the effects, everything you hear was dubbed in afterwards in post-production.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I need to find out the location because right, here we are, gentlemen. This is Mike Miller's Friday Night Auctions. Assembled from across the 4 corners of the world.
Yeah,
the greatest and most amazing.
They've doxed me wrestling in the middle there too. Crap, I'm wearing that same outfit right now.
Yes. We have the most incredible drawings and designs for your pleasure. There's Mike.
Wait a minute. Mike went on to star in Bloodsport?
Yep.
Oh, man. Huh?
And
hey, I heard what you called me.
this lady's just sat down beside him on his right there, and the guy eating his rice there. That is definitely Mike Miller, since he eats on all of his streams. Yeah. And there's Bruce Lee just eyeing everyone up.
Bruce Lee reenacting the popcorn meme.
There you go.
And there's Anna. Well, she's basically dressed like she wants to be in a sci-fi movie at this point. Anna Capri.
Ah, the roasted pig.
The roasted suckling. And I think everybody in the scene was just told to walk around in a giant circle.
Yeah, except for John Saxon. They were like, please with the ladies.
It is really
that's what I
atmospheric.
like about like Chinese restaurants in the U.S. is they all look like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Somebody's getting a drink from a giant glass of brandy there.
Even if you have a Chinese restaurant like in a mini mall, the inside is still like red and gold and giant dragons and lions.
There's just a buffet in the middle instead of sumo wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wild scene. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It's so atmospheric. I mean, it's one of those places where, they've gone to this location, this mysterious island, the mysterious castle on the island, and now they're in the heart of the castle and in this feasting scene. There's a real warmth to it, isn't it? It's a great atmospheric
Absolutely
build up.
Yeah.
One of those movies that really you feel like you're in the room with them,
Yes, yeah, exactly. You don't feel like you're on a back lot.
Yeah. You're sitting there and you're gonna order a Chinese brandy and rice wine and that's that and the other. This is only one of his B parties. Hey, when you're an arch villain and you've got tons of cash from illegal activities, the least you can do is throw a good party. So all of the contestants have been given a black silk overcoat thing to wear, a kimono, but Bruce isn't wearing his because he's a rebel.
Oh yes, loner Dottie, a rebel. Oh, and
now you're gonna get this like saloon scene here in a way because everything stops when he comes in. You know the way like the piano always stops.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You see so many parallels between kung fu and westerns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kay called you out.
Yeah, I know he's Japanese, but this to me reminds me of Friday Night Auctions.
Mike needs a robe like that.
So here's Han, played by
I would bid on it
Shi.
if he had a robe that glittery.
Yeah, I love the way that the sumo wrestlers have stopped as well.
Yeah, just frozen.
It's just like the world stops for him, when he walks in there. And his troupe of ladies who are just about to present their skills. Chung. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There you are.
Like
this is Chung. Earring, dagger, knife. And this one where she blows it is incredible. It's like, this isn't possible,
So you
Let's
say.
see. It's the noise as well.
Yeah. Well, and I have no drinks that do the same thing, so I know where they're coming from.
And now they leave just as they entered, and everything back to normal.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So in a Western, this would be the equivalent of the bad guy walks in through the doors, everybody stops, and then he leaves, and the fist fight picks back up.
Yeah, yes.
He's wearing the same headphones I'm using to monitor this stream. Holy!
I tried to get the GIF for the headphones. I've got it, but it won't. StreamYard won't let me put it on because it's the file size too big. But I'll put that one on anyway.
Oh yeah.
For me, Mr. Williams has had enough time to put his posters up as well. By the way,
yeah, that's what I love about this movie. It's like, wait, he brought posters with him?
Travels with his own posters. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, you got to make it comfy.
There we go.
Little Hendrix.
Mr. Williams, we're charging you for this wallpaper and these posters you put all over the room.
Mr. William, these blue tack marks you've left on the silk wallpaper, we're charging you, damn it. So he picks 3, and it's like, it's been a long day. I'm a bit tired.
And the look she gives, she's so evil. He is a Karen.
Evil.
Yes, yes, very much. Would you like to speak to the manager?
What do you mean by you people?
And
oh, the lady in blue is my favorite. Just giving the evil eye.
Yep.
Like, like how many times did they film that scene? And she's just like, I just want to go home.
Oh, man, and Bruce Lee just booty called the dart thrower.
Yeah. So that is his real voice as well, by the way. That is one of only 2 movies where Bruce Lee actually speaks with his real voice. And the girl who comes in last, it's like, hi.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello. Is there a camera on me? Oh my gosh.
And this is where I already have. John Saxon
Pulls his
knows.
balls.
Yep, knows who he's interested in.
Wow.
I was going to say, the bird cage is shaking. Don't come walking. I don't know.
And here's mailing.
Hey, what's with the birds?
There's birds in cages all the way through the movie.
Yeah.
It's a symbol for imprisonment. Betty Chung is the actress.
Oh.
So we find out that there's not just prostitutes, but there's a lot of other slaves on the island.
Pardon me 1 second, gents. I'll be right back.
Island.
Oh,
What a
Ralph.
timely movie to show.
Not more cactus beer. Yeah, the prostitutes on the island. They couldn't find actresses to play prostitutes for the movie. They had trouble finding actresses, so basically they just hired real life prostitutes. So those ladies there were actually prostitutes.
Probably cheaper than actual actors.
Possibly. This is this guy trying to say he has to wear a yellow uniform like the other contestants. And again,
Guy's
Bruce
face is great.
Exactly. Perfect. Because Bruce is a non-conformist.
Yoda.
He actually into the hot rocks there to deaden the nerves in their finger ends. Bruce Lee actually died in Hong Kong 3 weeks before the movie premiered.
Yeah.
And Game of Death, that didn't come out till 5 years later, which was obviously completed after his death, actually includes footage from his funeral. So, yeah, he didn't get to enjoy the premiere of this movie. This is probably his greatest success. Yeah, he directed the opening Shaolin Monastery fight as well. So here's Han at the start of the tournament. And it is correct. Warner Brothers was the first to produce a Chinese martial arts movie by a Hollywood studio. So this is the first American-made kung fu movie. So here's the first fight between the jerky Australian guy and Jim Kelly.
Yeah, Kung Fu Dundee.
Kung Fu Dundee. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
I know the correct.
That a kick?
So this is a joke that both
Chinese Hitler over there.
John Saxon is betting on Jim Kelly, and Jim Kelly does the same with John Saxon as well.
I think this is a good premise for a martial arts movie. Where 2 guys just go around like conning fight tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Kind of like the
Like
Hustler.
White Man Can't Jump with karate.
And by the way, there's a Chinese Hitler sitting behind John.
Oh, man. Oh, dude.
Well, no, we'll say Chaplin, Charlie Chaplin. It's a Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Yes. Here's
Charlie
Roper.
Stan Chaplin.
Yes. So, keep the action going. So this stage, it's like a friendly contest. This guy's obviously a gangster who runs this place. He's got to be. But, I mean, they're just enjoying themselves at this stage. Right. We're about halfway through the movie already, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's
Halfway through the movie.
He falls down, the wig stays on.
This film, the
good.
pace of this film is faster than Bruce Lee's hands. Quicker than the Bruce Lee punch. On that note, I'm going to go and get some beer, gentlemen. So I'll be back in just a second.
Okay, bring me one.
In spirit.
In spirit, there you go.
Okay. Back in a minute.
All right. So John Saxon is not being the number one super guy. Come on, man.
I know, right?
I gave him, 8-1 odds? Oh, pimp slap. Oh. I think it's a rope-a-dope.
See, this would be a great premiere for a fight movie.
Yeah. What was it? Was it The Hustle? What was Tom Cruise, Paul Newman?
Yeah. It was a sequel to 50s movie, right?
Yeah, it was yeah,
Hustlers is the original.
Cool
Right?
Hustlers. Yeah.
Color of Money. Color of Money.
Color Money. Yeah, that's the one.
And it's a sequel to the 1950s or 60s, The Hustler.
Yes, there you go.
Was Jackie Gleason in both of them?
I want to say he was, but I can't swear to it.
Because he played a real person. Like the guy he played was a real pool player.
Yeah, I can't swear to it, but I will defer to you. Oh man, walking on your back by Karen on what looks like a waterbed.
Getting the Mr. Bentley massage.
Yeah. Oof. Whoop. Hold on. Avert your eyes, children. Got ladies on the screen.
Meanwhile, in a velvet painting.
Brewbridge.
Yeah.
Did his poster change colors?
I think it
Probably
did.
Yeah.
It was red before. Now it's white.
Brewbridge.
Or does he change it each day? He's like, I brought a variety of posters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going out in the moonlight, baby.
Her reaction is great. Just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Comb my hair now.
Yeah, whatever. I don't make the rules. They don't pay me for that. Yeah, do whatever you want.
Not just real fights, well, staged fights, I should say, on the movie, but real fights broke out on set between the stuntmen and extras hired, because they were hired from rival families of triads.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
This is wonderful. This scene here, it just moves like a cat. Yes, indeed.
Prawn.
Yes, prawn. Sorry, ladies.
My eyes. Yeah. So it's incredible the way he moves, just literally like a cat, creeps around, flexible, meow, like that.
Well, and that's the thing, you've got the, in the 80s, everybody was the idea was the giant American hero, the muscle-bound, overpowering person, whereas Bruce Lee was always fast, quick, and that was his thing.
But he was also the first shirtless hero.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And
he introduced the oily muscles to movies.
Yeah, and that's it. He was thin, but sinewy, and just nonstop muscle.
Oh, it's unbelievable how ripped he is. I mean, when I watched this movie before the show, just to remind myself of it, it's just like there is nothing but muscle and bone on him.
It just makes me wonder if that's
literally no fat.
He had like zero fat.
Yeah,
I mean that is
same here. I'm exactly the same way.
But that is what it means to be ripped completely, just absolutely.
I mean, that's machine. Like eating, that's like working out a lot, but not eating anything.
Yeah.
Well,
he's like what was that movie with George of the Jungle?
Yeah.
Oh, Brendan Fraser. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was so freaking like thin in that, and it almost killed him.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Because when he, tried to put weight back on, his body went into shutdown.
Saying because
they basically just had him not eat for like 2 or 3 weeks, and
exactly.
And he looked more muscly because it was all sinew and bone.
Well, that's the secret. Don't eat.
That's
dehydrate. So, that's a trick is you overhydrate leading up to it, so that you expel all of your excess body water, and you look like the perfect picture of promptitude.
Mm-hmm.
That
bit there where he jumps in the tree was filmed backwards, by the way.
Bruce Lee was magic. I've seen No Retreat, No Surrender. He came back from the dead to teach a kid karate, so I know.
Yeah, there you go. So obviously he's alerted everyone to his presence. Well, they will be aware because he's beating some of the guards up. Yeah. When you said
flower pots,
they disguised it.
The feng shui is thrown off.
Feng shui.
The feng shui is all wrong here. It must be a secret passage. Well, what do you know? Secret passage.
You were right as well, about his disgust about not being allowed a gun. Apparently, he really wanted to have a gun in at least one scene. Producer said no, nix no. Huh. And so what you see on the screen is
one of the greatest eye rolls in movie history.
Yeah, he was really annoyed about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Chuck Norris spent years like not wanting to do a karate fight. But, because he's Chuck Norris, no one would let him just throw like a big roundhouse punch, like a big haymaker.
Yeah.
Apparently he did it on a movie, and like they like almost shut down production. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. You can't do that. You're the karate guy. You got to kick people.
But this is a movie that started the whole kung fu craze.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can attest, as being a child of the 80s, we all wanted to be ninjas. We all wanted to be Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
I think every child in the 80s had a black turtleneck to go sneaking around in.
You've had a request for the voice, Flash.
What voice?
I'm not sure.
You got to specify which voice. Come on, Jake. Give us a hint.
Voice? Do you want me to talk about water in the cup? When the water's in the teapot, it becomes the teapot, man.
When the water reaches boiling point, it becomes steam. Then the water is steam.
It is steam, man.
It condenses, it become water again. Unless
hot.
You have tea bag, then tea bag make the water tea, which you drink.
When I was Kato on Green Hornet, I wasn't feeling it, man. It was way too far out. I don't like wearing a mask. I'm not Bruce Lee and wear a mask.
Iwata, my friend. There we go.
If only Bruce Lee. Here you go.
So the fact that Jim Kelly was actually seen by one of the guards just chilling in the evening makes Han think that it was Jim.
Those hookers ratted him out. Come on.
So
that's
Jim's
why
going to get
hookers in each room, so they would have someone to tell on him. Because Han's too cheap to spring for cameras, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what makes him a villain, is he has no logic.
Production.
Like, I could get cameras, but I'll spend lots more money on whores.
Well, this is about drugs, prostitution, everything, crime.
Weinstein.
And, Yeah, I mean, in reality, this was actually going on all around them. There was while they were doing the movie, production actually stopped. A young woman's body was found near the set. They had to stop the movie because it was
because
pretty
Bolo
dangerous place.
crushed
Was
her.
this thing filmed on Epstein Island? What?
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, well ahead of you, Brian. Good evening, Brian. Anyway, Brian, we've said that already. Come on.
And speaking of Weinstein,
Welcome,
Jackie
anyway,
Chan
Brian.
in this movie, he is the Hong Kong Weinstein.
Hey, and Brian, since you just got in, we are at 57 minutes and 7 seconds.
He's definitely the guy in Big Trouble in Little China. I'm sure.
What? No.
No.
This is Bolo Young. He's from Bloodsport.
All right, fair enough.
It kind of looks similar, but not the guy from Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay.
You're talking about
the man that will go on to almost kill Ogre.
This is the crush you, the cradle crush. Oh, cradle crush of death.
Sleep.
Crack knuckle time.
He's killing Frank Miller.
Put your fingers in your ears if you don't like this. There you go.
And everyone's confused. Like, what? He just hugged him to death?
Well, oh no,
what's wrong with that, Williams? You don't hug people to die in America?
Yeah, I thought you came. Never mind.
I'm
not trying to joke.
I like Jim Kelly.
John Saxon.
I do like Jim Kelly in other movies, but he is a dick in this.
No.
He's just awful.
Yeah.
He deserves what he gets.
Yes, he does, which he's about to get. John Saxon actually had a black belt, which is why he was asked onto this movie. So everybody, all the three main characters, obviously Bruce Lee.
I know it shows because there's a later fight scene with him where you can tell he's actually trained.
This is great.
World champion Bob White.
Do not punch back.
That's another line from Karate Kid.
Yep.
Hey, Mr. Miyagi, you ever chop a tree in half? No. Tree
so
never
this is the moment of revenge.
Sweep the leg.
I mean, that is the best karate you're going to see. Look how fast he was there. And he's just doing this.
Mr. Miyagi also had the belt quote. Yeah. Then that was directly from Bruce Lee.
And again, there you go.
What color belt are you? He's like, leather.
Yeah, J.C. Penney.
Lightning.
J.C. Penney.
Unbelievable.
1 inch punt. Which, by the way, he did not invent. It is in many movies before his movies. It's a very common move in Kung Fu.
Oh, hi. That's a fantastic move as well.
Yeah. That's how I negotiated a lower interest rate.
I just love that every move they do gets a nice golf clap.
Right in the ghoulies.
Oh, yeah. The family jewels.
That's it. Meat and two veg.
Yeah. Big Jim and the twins are down.
Yep. The sweetbreads.
I'm sorry, but his lungs would explode from that. That's the worst way to get kicked.
No, it's fine because earlier he put them into a bowl of boiling hot rocks. So he doesn't feel anything now.
He put his Franken beans in the oh man.
That's it. Yeah, the boiling hot gravel. So Brian's saying, fun fact, the end of the movie was saying
there you go.
The rival triad. Oh, here we go.
Going for the beer bottle.
Don't take the bottle.
Don't do it.
I'm holding a very similar brown bottle in my hand right now. So.
I was going to say, grabbing a bottle is the Ralph move.
So here we go. Now he's got an excuse.
Beer bottle. Perrier bottle. Yeah.
This is where you're going to see the incredible pain face. I'm going to get this on the GIF. Hang on, I've got this on the GIF. The pain face. The pain face is coming up. There we go. See? The pain face. Oh, there's tragedy of it all.
It's sort of like a little too much came out.
Has anybody got a chamois cloth?
I need to change my pants.
Oh, I enjoyed that a bit too much.
I'm gonna leave the pain face up for a little bit.
Yeah,
Doesn't he do that move like more than once in a movie? Like just smashing people's heads?
Oh yeah, I think
The watermelon stomp.
the crunch of ribs as Bruce finishes it.
But he hasn't seen it. He says, Sadie. Brian says 1-inch punch is a myth, and I can prove it.
Oh, I'm not volunteering.
4-inch. Leslie just says 1-inch punch.
The 1-inch punch.
Ouch!
You put all your power in your finger.
Because he says that's okay, I'll probably be before the end. And Brian has an observation.
Ooh, yeah,
about the pain face.
That is fitting.
That is a possibility.
Oh, to need more fiber.
So things have started to fall apart a bit. Han has now lost some guards. He's now lost one of his champions. So he's a bit pissed. And Heath, your style is unorthodox. But the combat that you enjoy. So he's a bit pissed off and he blames Jim for things. So I think Jim's gonna have a bit of a time now, I think.
Oh, there you go.
I'm too busy looking good.
Ooh, yeah.
You're right out of a comic book.
I'm a ghetto fool. I'm a Foo Fighter. I'm a Foo Fighter.
Dave Grohl. What?
What?
A Foo Fighter.
Boo hit me in the hey man, etc. So do you think Jim's playing a stereotype here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking
Just
maybe
slightly.
a bit.
Just slightly. This is a great scene. Let's do the Cobra move, man.
Don't turn your back on the birds, Jim.
I'm going to leave that gif up there.
Uh-oh. Mr. Hand's going to give
There
him
we
a
go.
foot in
Mr.
the face.
Handman's oh, man. Hurt. We get to find out why later on.
Oh, the bird.
Mr. Han is handy with his hand. He's also known as Handy Han.
Oh.
Not the birds.
Wait a minute. Mr. Hand, the South Park
Handy
show?
Han.
Mr. Hand.
Mr. Hand.
All right, children. We're going to have a kung fu fight. Eric, come up here.
And he falls into the 1960s.
Yes.
Everybody was kung fu.
Straight into a real life version of Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, you know you've been hit really hard when you wake up in like a Beatles video.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
He's like, "Oh my God, this is a Dragnet episode. What happened?"
Yeah, man, there's an octopus in the corner playing a sitar. What the hell's going on?
Mr. Hand did the double ear slap. Oh man, they broke out the wah pedal.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not good. Oh. And yeah, there's like blood all over the place now.
All right, so I'm a.
There's a goof there, by the way. He pulls his glove off, and it's a metal hand. That's why he's able to do that.
He moved his fingers.
He moved. He splayed his fingers.
Clearly, like wiggles his fingers.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, look, this is the Bond element of the story because Han has a white fluffy cat.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm sorry to intervene. I need a little bit of clarification because I have never been so high that I've laughed at a man getting beat to death. How high do you have to be for that?
Exactly.
I think they're kept in a state of high, right? I don't think they're ever down.
Ooh, hold on. Those are some terrifying,
The
recreational aids.
The life-size
plain Vinican hand.
Death by Barbie hand. Oh, it's the
gold finger, the chain fist.
I call that one the proctologist.
That's your real hand, Han.
The anal intruder.
And this is where he wants to
your turtleneck.
yes. Please, I would like to show you what the French Revolution was like with my cat.
On the other side of the guillotine is some cake.
Brian said,
shoot Jack Ripper so
punch is a push using the stealing hard technique with the lead foot, torquing the body with the heel. Okay. I'm going to agree with Brian on that because I don't know Kung Fu.
Kung Fu's not real.
And he's going to pull this handle, and is the cat? Look away, Cosmetti!
Look away, Cosmetti! Look away!
Look away!
Everybody, look away!
Turkish Angora.
Oh, meow! And the
By
cat,
the way, normally really nasty cats.
Immediately getting nasty.
Oh yeah, this cat does get very angry.
Yeah. See, the problem is if it were me, the cat turns around, bites me, I put it back in the guillotine.
But have we noticed again that this is the Christ moment again? This is the, work for me, and I'll make it worth your while. So yet again, we've got he's trying to recruit one of the heroes, or even you could say that moment comes up in Star Wars, isn't it? Join me.
Yeah.
And together we can rule the galaxy as father and son, etc.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It occurs in a lot of modern cinema.
Because Matty says these women are ghouls. Yeah, they've lost their humanity completely.
Thick the ghouls.
Welcome to the Han.
Brian says opium. Is that something observation or is it a request?
I think
they are. They're cooking opium.
That was in response to my question about how high do you have to be.
Yeah, so opium would do that because it would keep you in a
days. Didn't people just go in those like opium dens for like weeks at a time?
Yeah, see, I'm just thinking Seth Rogen levels of weed myself.
Now here we see that these ladies do know Kung Fu and they've just thrown him. What's that hairspray you keep mentioning, Ralph?
Aquanet.
Yeah, I think Han's got about 3 cans of Aquanet on his hair.
Oh yeah. Aquanet, man, that the one it almost single-handedly destroyed the ozone layer.
Yep.
But it works so well.
Brian says we invest in corruption. This stuff
also made the best flamethrower.
Look at it. It's
yeah.
Actually, it looks like apple jelly, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Are you making caramel apples, Han?
Some good apple jelly.
I'd be dipping an apple in there. I'd be so high.
So, Mr. Han, this funnel cake factory you have here. What is your ultimate goal? I will rule all of the carnivals in all of the world.
You're going to have to invest in a lot of powdered sugar if you want to get to Texas.
It will all be Han.
Yes. Today, Hong Kong. Tomorrow, every farmer's market in the U.S.
If you want to break into the diabetes market, you're going to need some more.
And the pièce de résistance of this tour is what you're about to see. So he's trying to recruit these people. This is the plan as his representatives across the world. So he's expanding. And here's the slaves.
Oh well, yeah.
And refuse found in waterfront bars. To be honest, this is like any Saturday night in my city.
Everybody gets out of the pub and goes and locks themselves in the jail.
Yeah. Oh no! Look, it's the shocking sight.
Uh-oh.
Jim Kelly,
Dun dun dun.
Williams,
Well, all righty then.
and this just shows how sick Han really is to do this, and then to put Williams' body on show, and then down in the pool to taken away by the currents.
See, now, a good evil villain would have sharks.
I mean, that's big enough for a lot of piranhas, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a very large group, a very aggressive grouper, even.
Brian says, Flash Brian says the first Wolverine action figure, Toy Biz action figure, looked like Han. Apparently.
It did, yeah.
Okay.
It had the same plaster Paris hair.
I want some of Kay's apple butter, says Sadie.
Okay, yeah, now I'm craving apple butter. Thanks, guys.
I saw you said apple jelly, didn't I? Just shows you that I still don't understand the whole concept of apple butter.
Don't miss the Apple Butter Festival coming soon.
See,
Just
we have
imagine.
spare apples in this country, it gets made into cider. And when I say cider, I mean what you would call hard cider.
Ooh, yes.
We don't make apple butter, we make hard cider.
All right, so we need apple butter cider. Ooh,
Ah!
snake
Ooh.
booby trap.
Cobra. Now,
Didn't see that coming.
yeah, there's a bit of an innuendo later on with this Cobra, gentlemen.
Good gravy. This cobra like slurps more than hisses, I would
Yeah.
say.
You know,
It's great the way he grabs the head like that and get in the bag, Cobra.
in the back. Come on now.
Behave.
Timestamp for everybody. Bruce Lee has just put the cobra in the bag. It is a minute, or I'm sorry, 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 1 hour, 14
140
exactly.
yeah.
You know, now kids carry those sacks everywhere. He was a trendsetter.
Exactly. Marketing. It's only, what, 49 years too late?
Yeah.
Mhm.
7 years too late?
Bruce apparently on set offered $100, by the way, to anybody who could catch his hand before he jabbed them. It didn't cost him a penny. So no one was fast enough.
He sounds like a nightmare to work for.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking.
I love that bit where he goes into the shadows to knock the other guy out.
Oh, yeah. I see your comment, Sadie. Don't apologize. I'm kidding,
That's
but
it.
I have fun.
But
mimicking
people had
apple
sharks
butter.
and laser beams.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, do they have lasers?
Lasers, freaking lasers.
This brings it home because one woman is like, "Help me, get me out," and the other one's just completely catatonic. But the shocking thing about this is that this is real. This actually is going on in the world.
Oh yeah.
And this is why this kind of story. Yes, it's larger than life, but human slavery, human trade is a real thing, and it's
All that's missing is Bill Clinton.
well. That's got the stream strike now. Thanks.
Oh, that's great. now I'm going to suicide myself with 2 to the back of the head.
It's
Thanks,
been entertaining, lads. This video won't be appearing on the channel after tonight.
We'll have to beat that one out.
here we
Hold
go,
on,
yeah.
someone's at my door. I have to go into the door real
Brian's
quick.
beat me to it because he's literally going to slap the Cobra. Go on, give it a good slap. Bah! Oh, yeah, on the back of the head. There we go. 10 times he apparently slapped the Cobra, and only once did he get bit.
Yeah.
Now that's like, but no, isn't that more like Well, what was his fighting partner called? Bruce Lee.
Oh,
Fight. American. With a beard.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah. So it's like he was the original Chuck Norris because, the snake bit him and died 2 days later.
Yes, exactly.
Hold that cobra on the floor with his foot nonchalantly as he Morse codes information
Morse code
to British intelligence on control.
Yeah, Jay's got a great comment.
Yeah, R.I.P. Flash.
Yeah, been nice knowing you, buddy. We'll be holding auditions for Flash's replacement next week.
Yeah. So this is the. Oh, now he's going to strip off. So we're going to see the complete ripped nature of a man with 100% muscle, no fat.
Yeah.
Well, this is.
So everybody, whenever you think of me, this is me.
And these fights were choreographed by Bruce Lee. And you think about Chinese opera when you watch them. Chinese opera, which is like a form of ballet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the crunch sound.
The Bruce Lee curb stomp.
Spine crunching.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love the cracks that they put in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emphasize that, he's dead.
And people just coming in from the side of the camera that you can't see, I kind
of like that, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is he waits, and then it's like, there's a look on the face. It's like, Wah!
Zoom in.
Jackie Chan with the bear hug.
Here's the elevator scene. So it's like, he's trying to get the elevator. Wait, stops. Something's coming.
I have to point out, I love that they always attack one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a line of bad guys. Each number. Oh, which number are you? I'm 56. Oh man, I'm 73. I'll be here all night.
Your turn, go.
Order 57, cheeseburger and a punch in the face.
Pepsi.
Now he's got a quarter. So this scene's brilliant because he just constantly upgrades his weapons every few minutes.
Oh man, spilled the apple butter.
Makeshift. I love the whoosh sound of the quarter staff as well. Come on, gentlemen, more woo sounds, please.
This is a bucket.
Now he's got the 2 sticks, and this is where he attacks Jackie Chan. Bang. That was Jackie Chan, by the way, wasn't it?
Oh, hang on. Let me get the fireball.
No, he's earlier. I think he's on it. Bear hugs him from behind.
Yeah, close enough.
There's another face. It's just like, I'm so tough.
Oh yeah, the board guy. Yeah, all right.
Come, that's it. Tell me.
So we have we have a potential Jackie Chan sighting. So off we go. Here we go.
Jackie Chan.
Oh, Ichiwaga. Oh,
that's not Jackie. Now, everybody's favorite weapon: nunchucks.
Do you know how many 80s kids hit themselves in the nads with these things?
Oh, this is just beautiful. What
many
a beautiful
eyes were lost. Many teeth knocked out.
Yes.
I couldn't get it downloaded.
So they have such a cool sound effect for the nunchucks too.
Yeah. Wasn't that in Napoleon Dynamite? All he ever talked about was his nunchucks.
Oh yes. Those skills, nunchuck skills.
And now he's been trapped. So he does, you see, because the Jedi were just ripped straight from Eastern samurai and Chinese ninjas and everything, were they? So he just meditates.
Oh, Brian, Brian, if you call out Jackie Chan through the whole thing, I'm going to wind up with cinnamon poisoning.
Do you like the obviously plastered set there?
Yeah, it looks perfectly natural to me. Come on.
Oh, so here's
some
Braithwaite.
Pip, what?
So getting a morning cup of tea.
Tally ho.
My God, this came in half an hour ago. The Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
I must correct you, Pete. I have it on good authority. It was the Germans that bombed Pearl Harbor.
I heard it was Yoda.
Bomb or bomb not? There is no try.
Now, so far too late, he's going to activate the Navy. And here are the remaining champions being led out to the slaughter, literally.
We are the champions.
No time for losers, etc.
Holy, yeah, exactly. Oh man, wait a minute, Mr. Roper, wasn't that like the landlord for the Threes company?
Mr. Roper.
Who
Why
knew?
do you treat Jack Tripper so poorly? You have brought this pain on yourself for being homophobic.
He just wants to be a chef. Why you don't believe in him?
Why cannot a man platonically live with two beautiful women in an apartment? You judge too harshly, Mr. Roper.
Uh-oh, and Karen has fallen for Mr. Roper?
Yeah. Timestamp, please. We are at 1 hour, 23 minutes precisely.
Yes.
Bruce Lee suffered on-set injuries as well, during the film of this movie.
No, come on now.
Yeah.
Wow.
His hand was really badly cut when he was doing O'Hara's death scene.
And he got carpal tunnel from pimp slapping everybody.
He did get bit by the snake. He had to go to the drugs lab. But fortunately, the snake had actually had its venom gland removed.
Oh, that's good.
So there you go. This is where John Saxon offers to fight the remaining Hands champion. Who did you say the guy was, Flash?
Bolo Young.
Oh, there you go.
Chinese Hercules.
He's got him in the grip.
And Chong Li from Bloodsport.
Yeah.
You're next.
So John does what any self-respecting white supremacist would do. He bites him on the leg.
Well, absolutely.
Bite him.
Good night, Brian.
Where that blood mark is.
Buddy.
Guten Nacht, Brian. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning up, Brian. And enjoy the rest of your night, bud.
Oh, total chaos. Pubs are open again, boys.
Yeah. The pub. Lockdown is over. The pubs are open. Free drinks at the bar.
You may leave the Han Cave.
Okay, now question. Is that how Edinburgh really works there, Pete? Is that, the drunks go into the prisons and as soon as the prison's open, they go right back to the pubs?
Yes.
Oh, the Franken beans again.
Straight in the Franken beans.
And it kills them.
It does. It's death by Franken beans.
See, that's possible, right? Because you can rupture someone so badly that they don't.
I kept telling all my buddies in middle school that kept whacking me in the Franken beans that they were going to do that, and they didn't believe me. I should have showed them Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Or you could have showed them Stripes.
Oh, yeah.
There's the Navy on the way. Now, I don't know whether this is the British Navy or the American Navy. It looks more like the American Navy, really.
Yeah, this kind of look like American frigates, but it's hard to tell. So
all hell's breaking loose here because Hans lost his last remaining champion, and they're kicking the merry crap out of the rest of his troops.
Meanwhile, Hannah's screaming, "Why are you guys lined up? Go at once!"
Two of them. He got attacked by two at once. There, you see, there was a rare occasion of two people attacking. But the moves here are fantastic from Bruce. And they're all different moves. And I mean,
you
this
got to
fight
remember,
here,
this is before like everybody knew martial arts, so a martial arts movie was not easy to do.
Oh,
and
no.
this is a real fight as well, because this is choreographed, but there's rival gangs actually fighting each other on set here.
Everybody,
There's some real fighting going on there.
yeah, it looked like a light special at Kmart opened up when they came charging down the hill.
Ready.
Attention, Kung Fu fighters. Here is a blue light special on aisle 5 on toilet paper before the Rona. Blue light special on aisle 5.
Yeah, the filmmakers wanted to tell a contemporary kung fu story without using guns, so that's why there's no gunfire at all in this movie.
You know what? And I got to be honest. I applaud them for that decision because is that Chan?
Yeah, that might have been. I think that was Chan.
I think that was Chan. Back to the fireball we go, boys. Thank God I'm almost out of this stuff.
Not only the movie did really well, but the soundtrack sold more than 500,000 copies. Wow. Earning a gold record, and it is a fantastic soundtrack. So Hans just took out his latest switchable hand-a-roo, and this is the claws of the monkey. Claws of the monkey. And the
greatest reaction is the guy that turns to the camera and screams.
Yeah, with his prepared bloodstains.
All right, boys, this is the last of the fireball.
Okay. You're holding up well, Ralph.
Oh, thank you very much.
He's caught him.
If you hear a thud and snoring, just call 911.
Okay.
There we go, boys. Yep. It's going to take you a second to get this one, Pete.
Yeah.
When the next comments come up, I think you'll get a chuckle out of that. I will be right back, gents.
No worries. Shot.
Yes, that's right. Jackie Chan shot.
So here we're getting all the way back. So retreating back into the snake's nest, as it were. Now he's getting the You have offended my family, and you are offended. And this is the four steak knives. So I can imagine why they used him for Wolverine, because he's essentially got a Wolverine hand now, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think it was just by accident, because the sculpting was just that bad. That it came out with those weird eyebrows and that hairline.
I had to get some water. It tastes like somebody gave me a fireball enema right now.
John Saxon thought he was the star of this movie when he turned up on set.
Oh, really?
Find out that wasn't the case. What? Slow motion kick?
Oh, yeah. I bet you could hear the sad trombone from San Francisco when Bruce Lee walked around the corner.
Wow. 500 Chinese workers built the set from scratch,
No,
without power tools. Oh, that's a perfect foot in the face.
Oh, yeah, beautiful shot.
Perfect. I mean, imagine they did all this long before CGI, anything like that.
Yeah.
The way he just spits after he's done it. Wah! Going for the legs. See? Take the legs down.
Oh, yep. Go
bang, bang. For the leg. Yep. Oh. Hit again. Ooh. Oh. Throws him down. Oh.
Brutal. Brutal right leg.
And Hans a bit knocked. He should just knock him now, really. He's just crushing now. Well, I don't know why the fight goes on any further.
I gotta say, putting him in a headlock and then kicking him with your right foot. That's great.
So here's the spear. Spear becomes really important later. Wah! Wah!
Wow! Meow! Wah! There you go. That's it with the gift. Pow. Ka-chow. Kicked him into the next scene.
And here is the mirror scene.
Oh, yeah. Into the mirror scene.
Apparently, if you watch the biopic of Bruce Lee, he had a real moment when he was in the Hall of Mirrors. He spaced out completely.
Right.
The Hall of Mirrors is representative of the devil, isn't it? It's like hides in, uses sort of illusion and deception and confusion, all of these different things ending in an ION. And
and it's just such a fascinating twist to throw in. You're having a straightforward kung fu fight, and then suddenly, boom, you're in basically the equivalent of an American funhouse.
And the way that you've got the images, like when he walks across the screen at one point, it's like multiple images.
Yeah.
And the way that the superimpose the figures together, it's beautifully done. And all perfectly natural without any computers involved.
Yeah, and you don't see the camera and crew in any of the shots either that I can spot.
No. I couldn't imagine how long that would take to set up these shots in the mirror.
No. Because that's got to be a cinematography nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, any reflective surface is. And then they have like hundreds.
I was thinking that, how did they manage to not get the camera crew?
Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful, this bit here where he walks.
I'm sure there's probably like a split second somewhere where you can see a camera.
Yeah.
There has to be.
Yeah.
Well, I theorize maybe they disguised the camera like they did in the Flock of Seagulls video shoot. I think it was Space Age Love Song, where it's on a rotating platform.
Mm-hmm.
And they just disguise the camera to look like part of the set. Maybe
that's what I was wondering. Because there are a lot of like random drapes and things hanging.
Cuts of the back there.
Ooh, right to the back.
Right across the shoulders.
And then poof, he's gone again.
But that's the archetypal image of Bruce Lee there, ripped to bits but covered in bloody scars,
I mean, think of how many of those Enter the Dragon posters with that shot, the intensity in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Love this.
This is great. Yeah, kicks him straight.
Oh yeah.
What was the inspiration for this? Was it The Third Man, Orson Welles? Where they go in the fun house and he's like everywhere.
Yeah. And this is where he eventually remembers what we heard at the start of the movie. And destroy the image and you'll break the enemy. So there we go. So that's a really profound thing, actually. The Hall of Mirrors was actually inspired by a restaurant in Hong Kong where the producers ate lunch.
Oh, really?
It's a really sort of... It would be great if it was based on The Third Man, but it's based on where they ate.
Which comes back to what what Flash was talking about with the Chinese restaurants.
They're amazing, some of them, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
So he's destroying all the mirrors. So that scene from The Last Jedi was probably inspired by somebody being in a changing room with a mirror on either side of them.
Probably so.
Oh, yeah, the infinite images. Yeah.
The most uninspired movie ever made.
Yes.
But the coolest scene in any Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Well, it was a cool setup that went nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, all righty then.
Well, I mean, this scene is also replayed in Conan the Destroyer.
Oh, there we go.
Bing.
Straight back onto the spear. Hoist by his own petard, gentlemen.
There you go.
That's right. It is. And there ends the reign of a crazy rebel Shaolin.
Mr. Han, talk to me, Mr. Han. Eric, what have you done?
Spinning around. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking about Conan the Destroyer movies, where he fights the
it looks like you got the point, man.
Oh, yeah. Been in the 80s.
Hang in there.
Hang in there.
And here's the sad truth for John Saxon's character.
Yeah, now he's got to go back to America and go to jail and be killed by the mob.
His love interest, Tanya, lies on the field of battle.
Ripping pepperoni, Karen.
So is it a victory? Is it gentlemen?
Really?
And he still owes like 100,000 to the mob.
But at what cost?
That's right. He's just going to take some apple butter home with him and sell that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I call that a good day.
So they're thumbs up to each other because despite everything that's happened, they've survived. Everybody's annihilated, and finally, the Navy helicopters appear. They're Hueys, aren't they?
The one in the middle is a Huey. The other two, I don't know what they are.
There we go.
A Royal Canadian Coast Guard.
The claws of the monkey.
Oh, now they show up.
There you go.
Yeah. That's it. Done. 1 hour 38.
Man, moves so fast.
What a quick one. Yeah. Quicker than the human eye.
Ooh.
And there's the scene at the end there with the
Hong Kong Flash, quicker than
I forgot to put this one on. This is where he's betting.
Oh, there you go. 3.
There we go.
That's how many nipples Flash has. 3.
What is he, Scaramanga, is he?
I was going to make it a joke on me, but nobody would believe it more.
Oh. Yeah, so, wow. What a brilliant movie. Never, ever loses its shine.
Oh, great movie.
Overall thoughts?
Great cinematography. Some beautiful shots in it. Choreography was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And the thought that they went back and did complete ADR for the movie is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it makes sense because I think, what was that? That was in Cantonese and English as far as...
Yeah, so you had like 3 actors who were speaking English and the rest were probably Cantonese or Mandarin.
Yeah. We come in, we got nunchucks, which, hey, we were all fans of nunchucks, even though we all knocked ourselves out with them.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Great moves at great pace, fantastic pacing. Like you keep bringing up, no fat. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's included in the list of 400 greatest American movies. Top 100 most heart-pounding American movies. So this is an American-produced made movie. So I think they took the Kung Fu model and they didn't ruin it. I don't know whether they made it any better than it was before, but certainly I think what does improve the movie is the fact that not Jackie Chan, goodness me. I was just about to read a fact on Jackie. Bruce Lee had total control of the fight scenes. And in fact, if you look at the script, the original script just says for every fight scene, it says to be choreographed by Mr. Lee. So he had total control over all of that. So any thoughts, Flash?
Oh, I love it. It's my childhood. This was on anytime you went to someone's house, it was on the VHS player. It was on TV on constant rotation.
Oh, yeah.
You just couldn't get away with this movie.
Thank you for stopping by, Sadie, and everybody else who came in the chat. All right, gentlemen, have a good night. Good night. Thank you, Sadie, and thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, I mean, it was on repeated. It's on repeatedly, isn't it?
I mean, Bruce Lee was no Bruce Lee, but he was close.
Yeah. Apparently, Jackie Chan appears 3 times in the movie. He's one of Xiu Lin's attackers. That's where you first see him. She knees him in the groin. We missed that. He's in the big cave fight scene. Lee grabs his hair for a while before breaking his neck. Yeah, that's what I told you.
Okay.
It was the bear hugs. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the close-up. Wow. Scene. Okay.
But yeah, it's that was him there. The other thing as well is, the soundtrack by Lalo Schifrin said that not only did the movie do really well, but the soundtrack did really well. They sampled loads of sounds from Chinese, Japanese, and South Korean music. So there was some real effort put into the soundtrack as well. So not just the movie itself, but the soundtrack is incredible. It wouldn't be the same without that soundtrack.
No. And they managed to add it in, shoot a movie and not, Hollywood it up too much,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Well, apparently Bruce Lee took the director, like when they showed up in Hong Kong, he took him to movie theaters to watch his movies.
Yeah.
And watch other Chinese movies and be like, well, here's what it needs to look like.
Yeah, exactly. And it worked. It definitely worked. I mean, Lee, Bruce Lee had such a tight rein on this. He wanted to be a showcase for Chinese cinema. He wanted people to see.
And Warner Brothers, they were cashing in on his success from his movies that were already playing in America. And kung fu movies were already getting big in America before this. So they're like, well, let's put money into it. They're, those things are cash cows.
Yeah. It's a shame, obviously, that just as he was reaching the height of his success, he passed away. But
no, that's what made him a legend. I mean, it's the James Dean effect.
Yeah,
it is, isn't it?
Die before you make a bad movie.
Well, and not only that, we'll always remember him at his peak.
Yep.
There'll never be a movie where you've got an 85-year-old.
There won't be like what was that movie that he wanted to make and David Carradine was in it, like The Five Rings or something. So
that was another thing actually, because Kung Fu, the TV series, was stolen off him because he came up with the idea and everything, and they just stole it off him and gave it to a white guy.
They didn't want a Chinese guy in it. That was all there was.
Now that was obvious racism. They didn't want a Chinese guy to start, so they put
and that would still happen today.
Yeah,
that wouldn't change.
Yeah,
because even now, if they did it, they would at least get a mixed race guy, but they would never get an actual Chinese actor. It would be the same problem.
Point, from the other end of the spectrum. Did you know any gamers out there, if you've ever played Double Dragon? There's two enemies in Double Dragon called Roper and Williams, which is a reference to this movie. So I mean, you're right about the point that Bruce Lee really wanted the producers and director to understand what it was they were doing, because he wanted to use this as a showcase for not just Chinese cinema, Hong Kong cinema, but also Chinese culture as well.
That's why it's not parody of Chinese culture. Mm-hmm. Like, if it was an American production, it would have been complete schlock.
Oh yeah, it would have
by today's standards, it would not hold up because it would just be like so cringy.
Yeah, you'd wind up with a blockbuster version of Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Well, Han would be like Dr. No, where it'd be a guy with like fake eyelids, plain yellow face. Like,
I like the fact as well. I like the fact as well that the opening credits don't appear till almost 9 minutes into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was something that when I was testing out beforehand, I was like, okay, that's an interesting choice. Set everything up and then bring them in later on. So,
and a little point in trivia, the cat, the fluffy white cat you see in the movie, they couldn't get it to sit still on the guillotine. So it wasn't that stupid.
A cat that wants to be a pain in the butt? You gotta be kidding me, Pete. No way. I got a pro sex to doubt on that one, my good friend.
By the way, the feast scene, this is not a good bit of information. The feast scene took 3 days to film with the same food being used. Not good. That's just upset me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as well as an amazing movie, we honor the memory of John Saxon tonight, who passed away last Saturday, I believe, and a man who appeared in that many different TV programs and movies that I doubt there's anybody who's not familiar with seeing John Saxon in something.
Well, yeah, exactly. You may not recognize his name right off the bat, but as soon as he comes on the screen, you go, "Oh yeah, I've seen him and this and this and this." That guy, yeah. And he did I felt like he did a really, really good job in this. He held his own. He was believable in the role.
It is really one of his best roles. It's one that he was always remembered for as well when he did any of the Barn Expos. It's it's a shame, really, that we've lost somebody like that. But I mean, again, we have the legacy of the work they've done. But we honor the memory of a man who really believed in his craft of acting. He put everything he had into it. He took it extremely seriously,
and he never aged.
Yeah, he still looked very
83. He looked the same as he did in this movie.
Yeah, surprisingly, yeah. So I mean, he passed away shortly before his 84th birthday, on July the 25th, which is a week ago. At you might correct me on the pronunciation, Murfreesboro in Tennessee. Murfreesboro.
Really?
Murfreesboro.
I didn't realize he was in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's where he was living. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See.
Tennessee, God's country, Tennessee, isn't it, gentlemen?
Yeah. Well, in a bit of trivia, if you get to come to the States, Pete, in Tennessee, of course, you always hear about Nashville. So you know that you have country stars and actors and stuff out there. A lot of them actually live in a small town called Franklin, which is outside of Nashville. So if you ever make it to the States, you need to make a little trek over to Franklin, visit the Walmart out there, and rub elbows. Famous.
If I could bump into Dolly Parton, that would be great.
Oh, she would be up in Sevierville. So
Pigeon Forge. So you might meet like the likes of, I don't know, Vince Gill.
Oh yeah, Vince Gill. Vince Gill, Trish Yearwood,
Metallica. They record all their records there.
Oh yeah, I know Megadeth's been recording out in Nashville.
Yeah.
Do you know he was even
like the recording capital now? Yeah.
Yeah, that's shocking. But
we actually have a cousin who was a session musician.
Yeah, John.
And he played for Megadeth. He played for who was it? Anthrax, maybe. I know he played for Metallica. So like when you hear Metallica, that's him playing guitar on the record.
Nice.
And then he gave all that up and he became a bus driver for the tour buses.
Well, hey. Yeah.
Because it was less stress. He's like, I'm making the same money and I get to see the country and not cooped up in the studio,
That's
having other people take credit for my work.
Fair comment. Must be good pay for bus drivers.
Yeah, like I know he was like in the heyday of the Dixie Chicks, he was their bus driver.
All right. So John Saxon was actually in Beverly Hills Cop 3 as well,
What?
He was in everything. But he was proficient in judo, Shotokan karate, and he studied Jeet Kune Do. So Jeet Kune Do is actually the martial arts.
Fist.
He was also a lifelong member of the Democrat Party.
Well, nobody's perfect.
But the point is that I'm sure John would be somebody who would appreciate other actors without allowing politics to get in the way.
And that's the beauty of things is when you can set aside ridiculous little things and enjoy the common things that you all enjoy.
Exactly.
Well, wasn't Gregory Peck and Charlton Heston were like best friends?
Oh,
yeah, completely.
And they
different,
were complete opposites of political spectrum.
Yeah. So quick rundown.
It was while Charlton Heston stood on the steps with Martin Luther King and helped organize that march, Gregory Peck was out in the streets protesting it.
There you go.
Yeah,
but they were still friends. You wouldn't see that today. Today you have to be blood enemies with anyone who slightly disagrees.
Yeah. So, quick rundown of some of the movies that John Saxon was in before we go here. And, we have The Appaloosa, where he stars opposite Marlon Brando, Death of a Gunfighter, Enter the Dragon, obviously. Moving on to the late 70s, we have Battle Beyond the Stars. Well, that's 1980, plays Sado, the baddie. Into the 1980s, we have Nightmare on Elm Street and Nightmare on Elm Street 3 as well. And also we have, I think I have seen this, Aftershock. Have you seen Aftershock from 1990? Anyway, so
I think so.
Yeah. I sound familiar.
Yeah. Beverly Hills Cop 3, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, From Dusk Till Dawn, and so on and so forth. Now, he was even working up to the point that he died, because there is another movie coming out, Bring Me the Head of Lance Henriksen.
Oh, really?
Which is in post-production right now. So he's going to... Yeah. So he's going to appear posthumously, even though he's passed on. His legacy is so extensive that there is a movie still to come out starring John Saxon. So TV.
Well, he was making convention appearances.
Yeah. Up
until they stopped doing conventions. He did all the horror cons. He went to all of them.
He went, exactly. He was very well liked in the. In the convention circuit as well. So very quick rundown TV before we go. Basically, you name the TV show, he was in it.
Terrific. I never knew he was the boss on Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Well, he was in.
That's how I found out he died. I saw a social post by Bruce Boxleitner.
Oh, fair enough.
Saying this guy played my boss and blah blah blah, and I'm like, wait, why is he saying that? Oh my gosh, he's dead.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Burke's Law, Another World, Gunsmoke, Dr. Kildare, The Time Tunnel, Bonanza, Ironside, The Virginian, The Sixth Sense, Kung Fu, Streets of San Francisco, Police Story, Planet Earth, $6 Million Man, Strange New World, Rockford Files, Bionic Woman, Starsky and Hutch, Wonder Woman, Fantastic Journey, Quincy M.E., Fantasy Island, Hawaii Five-0, Dynasty, Falcon Crest, Hardcastle, McCormick, Scarecrow, Mrs. King, played Fredericks, the A-Team, Magnum P.I., A-Team, Magnum P.I., Masquerade, Murder She Wrote.
Everything you would watch in the 80s. John Saxon. I told you.
I didn't hear Manimal on that list.
Huge.
If he wasn't on Manimal, he wasn't legit.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
was he an Auto Man? I doubt
it. Anyway, so we're going to close bring the show to a close now.
Hey, I have to throw in one Texas shout out before we close out. Supposedly, Bruce Lee offered Chuck Norris the role of O'Hara, but Chuck turned it down, feeling that one film where Bruce Lee beat him was enough. Come on, Chuck. Think what could have been.
So this is what we think of Chuck.
He was busy doing Breaker. Come on, he couldn't do that.
Yeah. So there we go. That's the end of the show for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, once again, thanks to all the fans and fans of the show who turned up tonight to watch live, and also thanks to everybody who watched recorded, and also thanks once again to the guests on the show, as usual. They call me Ralph, and also Elrodimus Flash. Thank you again for your time, gentlemen. So before we go, anything you want to plug, Ralph? Any websites or anything you're doing right now?
Sure. You can find me on Parler. I am at They Call Me Ralph. I'm on Twitter as @NewRandomGeek. And I have a small t-shirt store at teespring.com/stores/ They Call Me Ralph. And I'm actually on YouTube when we're not hanging out here having fun. They Call Me Ralph. Search for They Call Me Ralph on YouTube and come check out the Trailer Park.
Trailer Park Cinema.
Yeah.
And Flash?
You can find me on Instagram, all lowercases, elrod.elrod. I am on the Twitter at Hellrod Deluxe. And you can contact me on either of those because I have art commissions are open and they're all real low cheap.
There we go. You even do art and sellotape it to packages, I've noticed. You shouldn't do that. But I think if anybody wants to get a commission, once they've seen your art on Instagram.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. And as long as they're in the States, it's free shipping. So.
Ooh, there you go.
Free shipping.
Bonus.
I need to have a word.
And it's triple the amount. But
there we go.
Here in God's country, it's free.
And you're going to write a book about corn as well, aren't you? I've heard about the corn.
Yeah, cornography. It'll be a tabletop. It'll be a coffee table book of photography.
There you go, man.
The erotic history of corn in America.
Yeah, real corn, not the band.
Yeah. Well, on that note, it's been a great time, a tremendous film, and fantastic watch party tonight. And tune again for the next show. And also, as Ralph said, he has the Trailer Park Cinema, which also does live movie watch, and come along there as well. But until next time, thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen, and good night.